Look at that! Wombo!
It's time to play the game.
Imagine your favorite team had a season so terrible they finished last place and had to play next year in the minor leagues. Welcome to the beauty of the English football pyramid. I traveled to the UK to visit every tier of English football and find out which one is the most worth it at its price point. We compare ticket prices, quality of play, food, drink, and merchandise. Which tier of English football reigns supreme? We're in the beautiful port city of Portsmouth. The reason we're here today is to watch footy. We are going to one of the most historic venues in the entire English pyramid, Fratton Park. It's got a beautiful Victorian front entrance, which I'm going to show you. Truly a historic club, two-time winners of the league and also FA Cup winners in 2008. Look at this beautiful building, the Spinnaker Tower over here, just sort of poking in the skyline. It's a beautiful place, and I'm very pleased to be here. So let's roll on to the next. For a scarf, that's the sort of base price point that I think we can match everything with. Okay, so we have found a scarf. This scarf is £14.95, and I'll pop up a conversion on the screen now. I guess I should tell you a little bit about what we're doing here and why this is a significant stadium. Let me tell you a little bit about Portsmouth as a club. They are in the Championship, which is the tier just below the Premier League. They won the FA Cup in 2008 against the team we're actually seeing them play today, Cardiff City. Since then, it's been a little bit difficult. 2008 was not that long ago, but Portsmouth have found their way all the way to the bottom of the English football pyramid, tier 4. They went into administration twice. They had poor owners with poor financial decisions, and unfortunately it took them a while, but they have started to climb their way back up. This is a really important match today. They need to win. They need to stay in the Championship. Going back down again would not be good. Yeah, that's basically that's the story of Pompey. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a walk now into the stadium. This kind of reminds me a little bit of the alley at Fenway Park right outside the ground. It's not too dissimilar. All right, now we're gonna walk over to the main entrance, and this is one of the most beautiful entrances in the entirety of English football. So this is where we're gonna walk down now. Welcome to Fratton Park. That is one of the most beautiful entrances to a football ground you could ever wish to see. It really just doesn't get a whole lot better than that. That is what English football is about, really. Hey, can I get a Pompey Pilsner? What? Pompey Pilsner. Biggest fan of beer, but I'm gonna drink the Pompey Pilsner. It's what you do when you're at the ground, so cheers. There's gonna be no profound review. It tastes like beer. I will drink it, and then I will be happy with the situation. Oftentimes in the UK, you're not actually allowed to bring your beer into the ground. You have to finish it on the concourse to prevent all sorts of shenanigans. Also, the price of this pint, £5.50. If I had to guess, like $8-ish Canadian. I'll have a proper running total. I'm not good at mental math. You're just gonna kind of have to live with the fact that I'm not good with mental math. So the section that I'm sitting in is technically just a family section. It's the regular stand. If you look just sort of over there, that's called the Fratton end. That's where all the diehards will be. So there's a bell you can hear ringing in this ground the entire match, and that is a man of the name of John Portsmouth Football Club Westwood, and he is here every game. He's been banned from multiple other the local rivals grounds in and around Portsmouth, but he is one of the most important characters in this club's rich history. This is a classic English ground. This is what it should be. I don't know if you can hear, but the stands are literally wood. Inside 16 minutes. Let's go. Who are ya? Who are ya? Some good English football banter chanting "Who are you?" at the Cardiff City fans. So one of the things I'm judging all of these places on is the actual quality of the footy that I'm watching here, and the championship is not bad. I feel like it's better than MLS, if I'm completely honest. I have no issue with this quality. It's not Premier League, but it's definitely the next best thing. Okay, so it's halftime. I'm gonna go get a pie. It is halftime, so everybody's in the concourse, but I figured I would show you this. Look at how cool this is. There is a crest on the pie. It is unbelievably good. So I'm gonna be getting a pie at every single ground. £4.80 here, not bad. £5 for the beer, under £10 for the pie and the beer. Ticket was $28, $14.95 for the scarf. And the football quality is good. The fans are good. I'm happy with Fratton Park and Portsmouth Football Club.
Yeah, I'm Rob. I'm from Portsmouth. Yeah, I come quite regularly. I was born in Portsmouth, been here for years. My brother as well. Yeah, we follow the club home and away. And yeah, it's just a good place to go and meet people as well and have a good time.
Not a lot of North American fans follow their clubs away. What's it like going and being an away supporter?
Yeah, away days are great. It's good. Like I said, you get to go around the whole country with people you like as well. So that's not so like.
To interview some fans. I've now missed a portion of the half. Unfortunate, but sometimes it happens. I'm pulling back in, and the Pompey fans are brilliant as usual.
20,200 people here, including over 1,200 away fans, and this is the second tier. That's it for Fratton Park. Unbelievable ground, unbelievable fans. Pompey win 2-1. Not too expensive an experience overall. I'm going to give it a rating out of 5. I'm going to give it 4.5 stars. I think this is what English football is all about. You don't get a whole lot better than Portsmouth fans winning at home at Fratton Park.
Tell me about what it means to be a Pompey fan and what it's like being a fan of the Blues.
It's a privilege, really. I mean, like, coming here every other week is just like the best thing you could ever want, really.
So what makes Pompey fans special?
The atmosphere. There's nothing else. Just the atmosphere.
All right, that's it. I'm leaving Fratton Park now. Done a couple interviews, had a quick chat with a couple Pompey fans, and now we go home. As you can see behind me here, we have arrived at AFC Wimbledon Stadium on the site of former Plough Lane. Let's walk up. If it wasn't incredibly obvious, we have arrived in the club shop. I am now on the hunt for a scarf. All right, so I found the bar scarf, just a classic AFC Wimbledon scarf. £15, pretty okay with me. Okay, let's have a little chat about AFC Wimbledon over here. So this is a serious club. They have been in the English football pyramid for many, many years, but they were under a previous iteration of said club. That was Wimbledon FC. The Dons, the Wombles, the Crazy Gang, they have all sorts of nicknames, but they have been a competitive side in English football. They were in the Premier League in the 90s. They were in the Premier League before that. They won the FA Cup in 1988. There is a lot of history here with this side. It all sort of started to unravel towards the end of the 90s. In 1991, they had to move to Selhurst Park, which is Crystal Palace's ground. Eventually, 2001 sort of rolls around and the club starts to have sort of some internal issues. They couldn't get a new ground, and the ownership group made the decision to move the team to Milton Keynes, which is like 60 miles north of here. It wasn't reasonable for the club. So the response was to create this brand new club, AFC Wimbledon. The issue being is that they had to start in the bottom of the English pyramid, which we're only showing you a few tiers today, the professional tiers, the top 4, but it goes like 9, 10 deep. So they were 9 or 10 down, and they've had 6 promotions in 13 seasons over the last little bit. They're starting to find their way back up. And so today we will see them in League 2, which is technically our bottom stop on this 4 tiers trip. Let's get inside. I'll show you the ground, show you the stadium. This is AFC Wimbledon, Plough Lane, League 2. Let's go. Welcome to AFC Wimbledon. All right, so my first impressions, the ground is really, really full for the size that it is. It's better to have a smaller size ground and have it completely full. It's packed. Every stand has fans in it. There's singing to my left, singing to my right, Salford fans singing on my right, Wimbledon fans singing on my left. So far, so good. And you're really close to the pitch for £26. It's loud here. So far, the quality of the football is the biggest concern. It's not great. Having a hard time stringing the passes together. This looks like League 2 football. Time to get a pie, time to get a pint, and find out the price and see how we're doing. We have the pint. It was more expensive here than I was expecting. It was £6.50, which is 2 tiers below where Portsmouth are and almost a full £1.50 more. It is a big pint. Feels big anyway. Yeah, it's a Camden IPA basically. It's a local brew. It's actually really good. It's like the pie at Fratton Park. It has a AFC Wimbledon crest on it. So I was trying to show the pie off. It has the sticker like it did, the edible sticker like it did at Portsmouth. I will flip it to you. You will see there's a hole in the pie as I attempt to desperately grab it and save it from falling to the ground. But here it is. See, Wimbledon crest. It is literally the exact same pie as we had at Portsmouth. It's a classic steak and ale pie, but I will enjoy it nonetheless. Now I need to eat this pie. I have about 5 minutes before the match starts. I'm gonna try to sneak into the area with the actual fans now. See if we can get in there. It's very different over here. This is a much better atmosphere on this side. You have fans actually singing. I'm currently standing in front of a standing section. This is the correct side to be on. In terms of the atmosphere, there's nothing to shake your head at. This is kind of what you're looking for, but in terms of value for money is where kind of I think this suffers a little bit. Listen, 7,500 people here on a Saturday afternoon. There is Premier League football happening today. This is what the English football pyramid is about.
So I'm Louis Burden. I'm a season ticket holder and have been for many years now. So sort of in the late 90s, we used to be Wimbledon AFC and they franchised the club out to Milton Keynes, which are now known as MK Dons, Milton Keynes.
Yeah.
You would have heard maybe a chant during the game, you fucking franchise bastards.
Yes. You know what you are, you know what you are, you franchise bastards, you know what you are.
They're franchise fucking bastards. You can bleep that out. That's to do with MK Dons, so we decided that we didn't want to go to Milton Keynes, so we formed a fan-based team, which is completely fan-owned. We've got a fan ownership foundation. So that's a bit of the story, basically. And that's what's brought us here today.
But why is it important to support the development tiers and the lower tiers?
Firstly, these big corporate football teams are so commercialised now.
They are.
It's so hard to get tickets. We've had a lot of American owners coming into the sport, right?
Yeah.
And they skyrocket the prices. It's all about making money, right? These are your grassroots football clubs. It's brilliant, and I think the opportunity for everyone to be able to come out on a Saturday and all get behind the same teams, amazing.
Okay, so that is a wrap at Plough Lane AFC Wimbledon. You know, it's a decent experience. It's at the bottom tier of the English professional pyramid, and the football generally does look at that level. But the atmosphere more than makes up for it. It is a place to come visit if you're looking for a proper English football experience. In terms of an overall rating, the food was a little more expensive than it was at Fratton Park. It was a little bit more expensive for a pint as well. And the ticket was roughly the same price and we're 2 tiers below. So value for money, it's not gonna be rating as high, but the experience was excellent. There's a great history here. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. 100% worth a visit. Fans are brilliant. Everyone was friendly. And good atmosphere. So, from AFC Wimbledon, I will see you at the next ground. I was supposed to today go to Mansfield Town to watch Mansfield play Lincoln. That was going to be League One. That's what was supposed to be the plan. Obviously, that's no longer happening. I was walking around London yesterday. I kind of fucked my shit up. I am injured. So, what now? Is this video continuing? Am I getting to all 4 clubs? I don't know, man. Like, I cannot walk on my foot right now. I'm going to do a little bit of research, see if there's another match that I can pull up at. I am going to go on my own to go watch Reading Birmingham in Reading. We don't have a ticket, but we are going to just show up there at the ticket office, attempt to buy it in person. We are headed to Reading for Reading Birmingham. Let's go. I may not get another chance to do this, so let me tell you a little bit about Reading as a club. Reading were founded in 1871. They did play in the Premier League, the top flight of English football. Now they're 2 tiers below that in League One, but they did play in the Premier League. They were relegated in 2013, so it was relatively recent. We're going to show you what it looks like when a team that was recently in the Premier League finds their way 2 tiers down in League One. We made it. We are here. It took a fucking miracle. There's crutches with me, but we did make it to the home of the Royal Select Car Leasing Stadium in Reading. This is the 3rd tier of English football. This is Reading, Birmingham City. Let's fucking go. The Reading Club shop. That took me literally 5 seconds. £15, exactly the same price as it was at the other 2 grounds at this level, just outside of the Premier League. Let's get it. So this is a Heineken. You do not need me to review Heineken. You know what Heineken is. Cheers. I have to drink this quickly. I don't have a lot of time. It is £6.60, which makes it the most expensive pint that we have had at any football ground so far in England. Unbelievably. Which you really wouldn't expect in the 3rd tier, but it's fucking expensive. Look at that. That's an English football ground if you ever wanted to see it. All right, well, we're in here. This is the view from the seat, as you can see. Right over here, there's the pitch, not very far. It did cost a little more than I think it should. £29 for the ticket, £5 for a membership to the club to be able to purchase a ticket. My first initial impressions are, unfortunately, due to the state of the club right now, not a lot of fans for Reading. There's lots of empty seats around the ground. It's to be expected when the club is in the midst of poor ownership. Yeah, it's an unfortunate state for a club that was in the Premier League not long ago. So if I'm being honest, so far, the quality of the football is, it's not great. I've successfully ordered my steak and ale pie. It was £5. Good price. This is the worst of all the pies that I've had so far. It's really not very good. Just there, you can see the coaches literally having a discussion. But this isn't. I mean, if you're gonna spend £30 to watch a match, I guess you'd like to be as close as this to see this level of action. There's a substitution happening right here. In terms of value for money, it could be better. 82nd minute. It's 0-0. I'm not seeing a goal yet. 97 minutes, and that's it. That's a good result. Listen, Reading are a club that have had a lot of difficulties in recent memory. The atmosphere, unfortunately, does reflect that. But the fans still showed up. They were here. There were thousands of them here today, despite the fact that the ownership is a nightmare, despite the fact that the club has dropped 2 divisions in the last 15 years. Value for money? Unfortunately, Reading gets a 2 out of 5. We're here. We're literally in Birmingham. Hold on, I'm going to catch a taxi. You can kind of see in the Birmingham area now. All right, so now we're in the back of a cab heading in the direction of Villa Park. So let me tell you a little bit about Aston Villa as a club. Aston Villa are one of the most historic clubs in England. They have been one of the most successful clubs in England for many, many years, since well before, I think 1874 was the year they're founded. They've been in the top flight second most of any other team in all of England. They have 7 league titles, admittedly not for quite some time, over 40 years. They have 7 FA Cups. They have a European Cup in 1980-81, and really they've spent almost their entire existence in the top flight of English football. If you're looking for the most authentic top flight English experience without going to one of the super clubs like Liverpool, Manchester United, Chelsea, I think that's Villa Park. I am meeting up, believe it or not, Peyton is in Birmingham right now. Our Fan First Bills host, Peyton, shout out him. We're going to be meeting up with him. He's going to be coming to the game with us.
It's time to play the game.
Yeah, I'm going to get a match day scarf. I'm going to get 2 of them.
Yeah, it's 20, so 40 for the two.
Cheers.
Right?
Thanks, mate.
40.
40.
Enjoy yourself.
Cheers. We just got wrecked by tourism prices, unfortunately. That's just what happens sometimes. It was clear that we were Canadian, and we got cooked. We have made it to Villa Park.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here.
Well, you got a scarf on. You look like you're ready. He even has the Canadian flag in his pocket. Look at this.
Never forget where you came from, brother.
Hey. All right, well, we roll. We're here. Villa Park. I'm on crutches, but we're going to fucking make it happen anyway. This is Premier League. Aston Villa, Liverpool. Those are the Liverpool buses behind me. You'll never walk alone. I'm not allowed to say that very loud here, but you'll never walk alone. Well, my analysis is I'm very impressed with Villa Park so far, just from the outside. Proper football ground. This is what you want to see when you spend the money that you are spending to watch the English Premier League.
Cheers. Cheers. This was £6.30. 30, unfortunately. Bit of a soak for my Canadians. £6.30 is about $80 Canadian. So, cheers. Cheers. It's quite crisp. It is crisp. It's nice and cold. It is quite crisp. I'm also appreciating that I'm in beautiful Birmingham. I'm going to give that a solid 7.8. What do you think? 7.9 because of the view.
That beer was fucking awful. These boys, did you enjoy your beer?
No, listen, the rating was not real. It was bad. It was a generous score.
Okay, we're going to wander the ground. We don't got long, but we're going to wander the ground. Canadians sitting at Villa Park. Who would have thought, buddy?
Ryan told me that this was a football match.
But Ryan told me that Buddy doesn't even know where he is.
I thought we were going to Buffalo.
Nah.
I'm in England.
One thing that's special when you get to the Premier League is the pageantry gets a little bit more. You start to see all of this high budget sort of shit that you don't get at the lower leagues. Like, look at this. Look at that. You hear that? That's the Premier League music right there.
So good evening and welcome to Villa Park for tonight's game in the Premier League. Hey! Versus Liverpool.
You'll never walk alone. Alexis McAllister is stood right there. The Villa fans are fucking brilliant though. Look at that. Listen to that noise. Alright, well the quality of the football is already infinitely better than any of the other leagues we've seen. Unsurprisingly. I see Peyton sitting just over there with an empty seat next to him though, so I might have to kind of go over to him. He just told me he's trying really hard not to say it, but what are you trying really hard not to say?
I don't know what you're talking about.
He just told me how sick this is, and as a football fan, he cannot admit it, but this is impressive. Villa Park is an impressive ground.
I've had many realizations already, but the first I'm willing to say out loud is that a supporter section for the opposing team is a fantastic idea. When I go to a Bills game and I see a Ravens fan in front of me, I want to slew foot him and his mother. So putting them in a separate section is incredible.
Okay, but let me ask you, what about a section for like die-hard home fans? Could you see it working at a Bills game, for example?
I see it working, but at the same time, I feel like you shouldn't be in the stadium unless you're a diehard, personally.
Fair enough. I can't argue with that. It's 1-0 Liverpool. That one'll do! That one'll do! All right, boys, so it's halftime now. We have our pints at halftime. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. Carlsberg is better than whatever that Italian shit we were drinking before was. All right, so this is our steak and ale pie. No sticker on it this time, like at the other grounds. This will be Peyton's first. Looks pretty good. It was £5.25. Value-wise, it's decent, but let's give it a taste. I can smell the steak.
It's not bad. It's not anything special. Just like all English food.
There's certain snacks in sports that just make sense. And I feel like a steak and ale pie is just one of those examples.
Oh, hot as fuck. This pie gets a 9 out of 10.
I was going to give it an 8.2.
I'll give it a 6.2. It's nothing special.
Fine, fair enough. All right, well, that's been a pie review at Villa Park. I love the English football pyramid. I love tiers 2, 3, and 4. But the atmosphere in a Premier League ground when it means this much, especially one such as Villa, is really just like, it's an unmatched experience. It doesn't get much better than this. As far as atmosphere goes, like, it's pretty unbelievable. Hard to match. And that's a Liverpool goal right there. Come on, you Redmen. Villa are defending so well. So well. Offside! Villa nearly had a winner and they're offside. I like to complain about North American sports fans just leaving early, but Villa fans are doing the exact same thing. Come on, guys. Stay till the end. Not that hard. Look at that. They got him clapping. They got him clapping.
Listen, the game still sucks, but the atmosphere is incredible.
Fair result. Villa were very, very good today. I'm pleased with what we witnessed, to be honest. All right, so Villa Park. Unbelievable atmosphere. The football in the Premier League is comfortably better than the other 3 tiers. Like, that should be obvious. In terms of value for money, the tickets go between 67 and sort of 92 pounds, which is triple nearly what we pay in the lower tier. So on that alone, value for money for the Premier League doesn't hit at the same level as the value for money at the Championship does. But there's something to be said about watching the absolute top tier, which is really what you see when you come to a Premier League ground. I have a fan over here telling me to give it a 10 out of 10. Tell me about being a Villa fan.
55 years I've been a Villa fan.
Yeah.
And this is as good as it's been in 40 years down there.
Since European Cup era.
European Cup era, and what they've done with the place is fantastic. The only problem, like you said, is the price of the tickets.
I haven't given my number yet, and after speaking to you, what's your name?
Paul.
Ryan. It's a pleasure to meet you. After speaking to Paul, I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. Just based on the fact that you cannot get any better than this.
Yeah.
This is as good as it gets.
5 years ago, we were playing Rotherham.
Yeah, I know. What a difference half a decade makes.
We've gone from Rotherham to Rashford in 5 years, basically. So
Rotherham to Rashford might be the title of the video. Bloody brilliant, mate. Thank you.
My name's Justin, and we do the UTV Fan Channel podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been following Villa all my life. I've been a season ticket holder for 37 years.
So, good amount of time.
I've seen, in my lifetime,
Seen it all.
Everything apart from the FA Cup we've seen, yeah.
Okay.
In my lifetime.
And the people that make the club, the community that surrounds Villa, what role does the club play in the local community and in Birmingham as a whole?
Having a football club in the middle of a community is so important to bring everybody together, and you'll find that in England, probably when you go around all these different clubs, is that they're often very, very deprived areas of the cities.
Yes.
So it's very important that they reach out and they integrate the local community as well, which they do fantastically here. It's not about the destination in football, it's about the journey. It's how you enjoy it.
That's true.
It's how you enjoy it, the players you see, the managers you see, the people you meet in the stadium. It's about the whole context of everything. It's not just the club, it's the people that make the club.